So Jack, this is it.
This is the last one.
Big hurrah.
36 episodes of this show. Here we are.
And this is That's So Raven.
The school year finale. Welcome back to That's So Raven on the Sequoia News Network. I'm Jack Pedrati.
I'm Jack Lanham.
Happy summer. This week is finals week, so get through these finals, study hard, and then you're free.
Graduation is this Friday. The ceremony begins at 10 a.m. Students will arrive at 9. The link will be provided for those who cannot attend.
Grad brunch is this Thursday from 11:30 to 1:30. Immediately following, there will be a grad practice from 1:30 to 5:30. Seniors, this is mandatory, and your 4 graduation tickets will be handed out during this practice.
Yearbooks will be delivered to Sequoia this summer. If you ordered one, you will be contacted within a few weeks. You can still order a yearbook with the information below.
This final episode of That's So Raven is dedicated to our amazing seniors who have gone through so much in this past year and a half. Now, let's reminisce on some of their favorite Sequoia experiences.
What was your top favorite memory of being at Sequoia High School?
At Sequoia, probably the best memory I have is the Woodside game sophomore year.
My favorite memory, it was online this year, but being able to put together and celebrate my IB art show was probably the best experience.
Might be all the potlucks that we had in class, especially in Avid.
Some of my favorite memories of the class of 2021 were, of course, when you all were juniors, because that's when we got to have a lot of time together.
Was just how many questions I'd get in that class.
The Woodside game sophomore year, mainly because the environment, the crowd, the result as well, just everything about it is something that I wish I could really go back to.
Mr. Costa did a really good job of putting together an online exhibit for us, and we had a Zoom call and everything, and a bunch of people showed up, and we were able to kind of cycle through everyone's show, and it still worked out really well.
What makes that memory so fond isn't what I thought was a distraction, but what I thought was people that were very interested in learning, even if it's about other things and different things. And that interest in learning is kind of really why I like to come to school and work with the people I get to work with.
That's when we actually got together and spent time with each other.
My favorite memory I'm going to remember, though, was just this last Saturday, getting to see everyone at prom. It was so special because I hadn't seen some of these students in over a year, and seeing everyone together again and just on campus was really magical.
What is one message you'll take away from your time at Sequoia?
I think that really I've learned the power of my peers.
Probably just to be open, just because I've been put in positions where I could meet new people, expand and grow different relationships, try new challenges and go different places, and get out of my comfort zone, because doing that allowed me to have the best experience I possibly could.
To cherish the moments that you have with your friends, because leaving Sequoia now, we're all going to different places and we might not even see each other in the future.
It's our motto to say that Sequoia is a place of friends, but it really is. And I think most of my enjoyment of these last 4 years have been because of my peers.
When I think of the class of 2021, I, of course, will think about how most of senior year and the second half of junior year was distance learning, but how the class was so open and flexible and really just made the best of a really challenging situation.
Be that same kind of sentiment, that same interest in learning and knowing things and knowing as much as there is possible about the things not only they have interest in, but things that they could become interested in, and taking that into kind of making a better future for all of us.
One thing about this class of 2021 in Avid and Academy and IB is you all were just always willing to try things and super flexible, and maybe that's why you all have done such a great job with embracing the changes of this year.
Really, yeah, it is a place of friends, and I'll continue to remind myself that my community is very important, and I learn from them the most, really, I do.
And now to Annika with the weather.
Hi everyone, this week the weather is mid to low 70s. Importantly, on Friday, the weather will be about 70 degrees, which is graduation day, so it'll be lovely there for you guys. The sky is clear and blue, and there's a little bit of a breeze, which is always lovely. The rest of the summer will probably be the same because California weather doesn't ever really change. So anyways, have a nice summer. Hope to see you next year, and if not, hope you have a nice life. I hope everyone has a nice life. Yeah, get outside in the great weather that we have. So, thank you.
And now we're going to pass it over to the Sequoia administration to give them a chance to reflect on this past year.
The class of 2021 is exactly the class that we needed for this particular moment.
The class of 2021 is really special to me because they started as 9th graders when I started as vice principal at Sequoia.
I always thought that the class of 2021 was special from the time that we first met them in 9th grade. And I was a little bit sad the way things were playing out because we weren't going to get to spend as much time together in the same place. But given everything that we went through and all the challenges, I really think that it needed to be a special class to keep us all together. And the class of 2021 was exactly the class that we needed for this particular moment in history.
I feel like we have both grown and learned quite a bit in the last 4 years, and it's just been wonderful to see the students learn more about themselves and grow into just amazing leaders and people.
I think a big takeaway for me has been how important it is to round out the experience of education. So there's what happens in the classes, which is very important. That's why we're all here, right? Is to get diplomas, to pass courses, to get ourselves ready for college or career. But there's a whole bunch of other stuff that sort of happens around the edges, whether it's sports or art or activities, extracurriculars, or just friendships or relationships that you have on campus. And not having that stuff, and then kind of some of that stuff being able to come back as we got out of some of the more restrictive health guidelines really showed how important all that stuff is as part of the experience of being in education.
I think that we are capable of being really creative when challenges come up. I think that students and staff and the community, that we've all had to think a little bit differently about how we connect, about education, and some really exciting things have come out of that creativity that I think will endure after the pandemic.
I have been grateful for That's So Raven. Every time I'm feeling like a little bit down in the dumps or a little bit I'm struggling to keep my energy positive, it seems like there's a new episode of That's So Raven that pops up on my Instagram feed.
I know for me personally, and I hope for the wider community, it's been a chance to connect, to laugh, to have our spirits lifted, to just have a connection to different parts of the school and some of the parts that wouldn't necessarily be highlighted in other years.
I get to laugh and smile and remember what a special place this is and what a special group of students that we have. So I have been grateful all throughout the year for every episode of That's So Raven.
It's put a spotlight on some people and some programs that students might not have known as much about, and it was just fun.
My only other reflection is that I'm, after everything that we've lost and after everything that we've sacrificed and everything that we've had to put into keeping ourselves healthy and lifting each other up over the last year, more than ever, I'm grateful for what awesome students, families, and staff that we have here at Sequoia.
I think that I'm super impressed by what I've seen students and staff do this year. It's been exciting to see how people have collaborated and just really, really look forward to seeing everyone back in person.
All right.
Thanks.
Congratulations, Sequoia, on finishing the hardest year ever. And a special congratulations to the class of 2021. You have endured so much through the past year and a half.
It's been so much fun for the two of us to host this show this year, and we really have loved bringing the community together. Thank you all so much for your support. It means the world to all of us here. For the last time for us, this has been Not So Raven on the Sequoia News Network. I'm Jack Pedrati.
I'm Jack Lanham.
And I'm Jake Guitarjani.
From all of us here at SNN, stay classy, Sequoia.
Where'd all the time go? Starting to fly. See how the hands go, waving goodbye. You know I get so forgetful when I look in your eyes. Now she's walking backward through a parade, and I'm stuck in the shadow, blocking the shade.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.